different ways that you can transition from the front pose to your back pose, and then from the back pose back into your front pose. Now they're all very similar, but sometimes it's just a hand movement, sometimes it's just a small step, sometimes it's just an angle that's gonna make it different. So we're gonna break that down for you guys really quick.
All right, so start setting up in your front pose. We have a couple different variations for the first transition, so we're going to go from front pose to transition 1. So your first option, front pose.
Yeah. For this one, my heels are basically in a T position. I am pressing out with my knee to give me more glute from the front. My waist is kind of angled away, my shoulders are angled toward, but the key to this one is I'm really straightening that base leg, flexing here, and pressing out with this knee a little bit.
Go back into front, yep. And transition 1, second option. Okay.
So this is more of a model pose, so my knee is a little bit more angled off. Instead of stepping back and really getting my heels in that T position, I'm just kind of taking a step back and I'm not really doing much with this front leg. So for those of you girls who have trouble with the footwork or getting into that T position, getting that really good S shape, you can go from front pose to here, and then it's just one movement.
All right, so let's go now into your next transition. All right, here we're going from transition 1 to transition 2. This is Ashley style. Good. All right, so let's go now into your next transition. All right. See in this transition, what the difference is mostly is hand movements and where we're placing the elbow. So that's going to be your first option. You're going to go back into show the second option.
Okay. So this one's really just a hand movement. So instead of going low with my hand, I could go here.
We want to be careful with the hands though. You don't want to be too flamboyant with those. No, yeah. No disco, no windshield wipers.
no dribbling the basketball.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, now let's move into the back pose. Here is 2 easy steps and a swing of the hips. Big important thing to remember here is keeping your lower back arched and your glutes elevated so that we're not seeing any fallout underneath your tie-ins when we're making that transition. All right.
There's really only one way to do that.
There's really only one way to do that, yeah, but the next transition I think is where we have the most variation. It can also be the most challenging. So let's go with the first transition.
Okay, so as you say, I'm bringing my heels together.
So collect together. Easy.
That's it.
All right. This next one, starting from the back pose, we're going to collect back. Good.